Why exactly did Iran use cluster bombs on Israel? It all comes down to overwhelming the defense systems. Israel has the Arrow missile system, which is fantastic at targeting a single large warhead. Iran knew this, so they adapted by firing a cluster weapon. When this weapon separates in the air, it releases a wide spread of smaller bomblets. This completely overwhelms high-altitude anti-ballistic missiles, making it incredibly difficult to shoot them all down. Because of the heavy moral implications like leaving behind unexploded bombs, over 100 countries have banned these weapons. Interestingly enough, the US never banned them. The American version can be fired straight from a 155mm howitzer. As the bomblet falls, the impact forces the pin to detonate, instantly triggering a shaped charge. This can penetrate fortified buildings and bunkers. Let's look inside the payload. Usually, when we think of a ballistic missile, we picture one massive explosion, a single 500-kilogram warhead designed to obliterate a hardened target. But that's not what we're dealing with here. These missiles are carrying something entirely different, a cluster munition dispenser. Inside a single Iranian cluster warhead of this type, you'll find anywhere from 20 to 80 independent bomblets. Each one packs about 2.5 kilograms or roughly 5.5 pounds of high explosives. And they aren't meant for precision. They are designed for area denial. Once released, this payload can blanket a massive area, covering a radius of up to 10 kilometers or 6 miles. So how does it actually reach its target? The flight path is a highly calculated sequence designed specifically to dodge interception and maximize what we call the shotgun effect. First is the launch and boost phase. Fired from deep inside Iranian territory, either from an underground silo or a mobile launcher, powerful rocket motors punch the system right out of the lower atmosphere, setting it on a high ballistic arc toward the Mediterranean. Then comes the mid-course phase. Out here in the extreme upper atmosphere, the missile is just coasting. This is the ultimate make-or-break window. Long-range defense systems like Israel's Arrow 3 have to score a kinetic kill right here, completely destroying the missile while the warhead is still in one piece. Because if it survives and starts its terminal descent, the nightmare scenario begins. At exactly the right moment, reported by the IDF to be around 23,000 feet up, the warhead violently bursts open. This is the freefall and scattering phase. Dozens of submunitions are suddenly released into the sky. Without their own guidance or propulsion, they just rely on gravity and aerodynamics, scattering wildly as they fall. Finally, the impact. Engineered with highly sensitive fuses, these bomblets detonate the millisecond they strike a building, a vehicle, or the ground, triggering dozens of shockwaves all at once. But tactically, why use cluster bombs? Militarily, it's all about overwhelming the enemy's radar. Sophisticated air defense networks like the Iron Dome or David's Sling are incredibly good at tracking and taking out a single intact rocket. But when a warhead opens up at 23,000 feet, that single target instantly shatters into dozens small bombs, becomes difficult to track of high-speed threats. It forces the defense system to calculate and prioritize multiple targets simultaneously, drastically increasing the chances that something will slip through the net. But how does a cluster munition works? A cluster bomb is a type of weapon designed to release multiple smaller explosives, known as submunitions or bomblets, across a wide area. These bomblets are usually unguided and scatter over the target zone due to the momentum of the main container and the influence of wind. The cluster munition unfurls its ribbon, indirectly semi-arming the shaped charge. It is at this stage that it becomes a lethal weapon, and the inertia weight takes action to detonate the grenade. The United States, Russia, and Iran are among the few countries known to use these weapons. Just as cluster bombs affect civilians, both you and me. Similarly, bad actors will bombard you with spam calls, jump call, and online breaches. It can also affect your insurance rates, and ultimately will lead into a loan denial just when you might need credit. Incogni helps protect your privacy by regularly scanning and preventing data brokers from re-uploading your information. You'll also get a clear, real-time dashboard to track the status of your data. As an add-on with Incogni Unlimited plans, you can gain access to this custom removal tool. That's where Incogni comes in. Copy the link of any site exposing your information. Go to the custom removals tool, paste the link, and click submit. That's it. Then wait about 30 to 45 days, and just like that, your data is removed. So take your personal data back with Incogni. Use code AITELLY with the link below, incogni.com/AITELLY, and get 60% off on an annual plan. do American cluster weapons stack up against the Iranian ones? Just above it is the propellant added to create extra thrust to reach an estimated range of 29.4 kilometers and 18.3 miles. This is the base of the artillery. It can stack 80 M42 or M46 grenades. That's a lot of firepower packed in this small little artillery. But how can you stack 88 clusters grenades in one artillery shell? If you turn the grenade upside down, it is actually hollow from the bottom. This was designed to fit the shaped charge. It's also one of the reasons they were able to stack the grenades one after another to create more space. Just above it is the pusher plate, which is connected to this expulsion charge cup required to eject the grenade. Finally, at the top is the fuse often used to arm the artillery shell for different variety of detonations. It weighs 46.5 kilograms, which is pretty heavy considering its size and the 88 grenades stacked inside it. If there is any confusion, this is the size when compared to an average human. This firepower needs a platform to deliver to its designated target. The answer is this 155mm howitzer and the self-propelled Paladin gun. The Paladin is armed with a 155mm howitzer fitted with a